we're learning a lot about that now. I think that there certainly is a degree of aerosolization, but one of the things that I'm just going to take a step back and make sure that we learn the facts before we start talking about it. I'm getting correspondences from particle physicists and people who make a living out of studying and understanding aerosol. Much better than I know about it. And what they're saying is that we have a little bit of a distortion in our understanding of what can actually stay in the air longer. You read the classic literature, and I got to go back and study that even more now and learn from the people who do this every day. We usually say, well, regular particles that are from, coughing and sneezing, they're greater than 5 micrometers. They tend to fall to the ground within 3 to 6 feet. Then we find out from the aerosol particle scholars that say, there are larger particles than that stay floating around a lot longer. So you shouldn't assume they all go to the ground, which adds weight to the role of aerosolization, namely something that'll stay in the air, and maybe the size of it is something we need to re-examine. So I'm trying to get some of those people to talk a little bit more to us about it. The one thing that it does tell you, it's important, is that you really better wear a mask. I just think all this information, sometimes as conflicting as it might be, we need to straighten it out. But it also tells us something about indoors versus outdoors. It's become much clearer now that the circulation and recirculation of air, if you have any degree of aerosolization and you are in an indoor space where the air is being circulated, that it makes sense to assume that that is a much greater risk than if you are outside. So we need to pay a little bit more attention now to the recirculation of air indoors, which tells you that mask wearing indoors when you're in a situation like that is something that is as important as wearing masks when you're outside dealing with individuals who you don't know where they came from or who they are.